Hello and welcome to the King's Forum podcast show. Another episode of Char and Mike keeping it real. I have a special guest with me, Gulmira. Hi, Gulmira.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, good. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Char, how you doing?
I'm great, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Not a bit hot in this hoodie, but I got to show it off. Friend of mine made this for me, so I did promise him I'll wear it, but I didn't expect it to be like 25 plus out there degrees.
Brand? What's your friend's brand name?
No, he just made a jumper. He doesn't even have a brand yet. He just said, "Look, let me put this together for you," and he just wanted me to wear it. So as long as I can bear it, so give it a few more minutes, I'll take it off. I repped him on this video, so that's enough.
It's not a stripping discussion, Mike. It's not a stripping discussion.
Yeah, you don't want to see that, man. There's no 6-pack anymore. There's a 1-pack. So I don't want to go that. Fat Albert, I don't want to do that to you.
Oh.
But Gulmira is a rapid transformational therapist. Yeah, I got it out. It's a bit, sometimes it feels like, is that right? Am I saying it right? But yeah,
yes, absolutely.
I did look it up.
Good at it. I'm pretty sure you were really trying to remember how before saying it. Well done, good job.
I'm just going to be referring to it as RTT.
Yeah.
As we go on, though, just to let you know. So, Gulmira, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, RTT, I just love working with mind. Yeah, it always interests me. It always keeps me kind of wondering. Yeah. So, and when you say about RTT, it has all the elements in the therapy, like NLP, CBT, hypnosis, psychoanalysis, and all these 4 elements under one umbrella we call RTT. And the thing I like about it, it's just within one session, you can actually fix pretty much everything.
Wow.
Yes, apart from, of course, things like anorexia or bulimia, which are really deep and psychological. So because this is a new wave psychology. When I say new wave, it's like there are so many of them, like NLP, like Theta healing, like Reiki, even though Reiki is old, but it's just came to our attention, right? So, and we believe in energy, and we believe in psychology as well. And psychology, the same time, I think that psychology is also esoteric. There is something concrete, because a core for one problem can come from different directions. So that's why RTT is covering psychoanalysis and digging down into the past through with hypnosis, just to look for that main trigger from the past, which still kind of doesn't let us live peacefully and quietly. And that's why it is powerful, because the session usually lasts 2 hours.
Wow.
And before the session, you send a really thorough questionnaire just for the therapist to understand what words, because usually when you deal in hypnosis, you can use the same words as the client express the problem in. And you basically can pretty much already draw a picture of what might be there in the past, what triggers this reaction in the present. Yeah.
Cool. So what led you to this path of RTT?
I worked with a girl who was trying all the diets and nothing was helping her. She was trying to lose weight. And one day she returned from maternity leave, losing like 25 kilos. And she said, finally, I can eat everything, but, not putting on weight. And I was wondering what it is. She shared with me named Marisa Peer. Marisa Peer didn't have RTT then. She was just developing this therapy. She just had a generic recording. So I bought this recording. I was listening to it myself for 3 weeks nonstop every day. And that's how I kind of detached myself from the addiction of sugar and bread. And it was easier for me after that. It was much easier for me to control my consumption of bread and sugar. So I was just puzzled, like, how does it work? So I was following her. And in 2015, when she announced that she is teaching her method I signed up for the second graduate course in 2016. I graduated, and that was when Marisa Peer was teaching us 100%. Now her students are teaching. But it's just a 2 weeks course. And from the day one,
Really?
she made us hypnotize each other. And she said that book will not teach you anything, clients will. So, and that's right, clients will. If you don't practice, you don't learn. So that's how we started hypnotizing each other from the day one.
Wow.
So hypnotizing, is it safe for everybody to use, or do you only recommend it for people that haven't got any illnesses?
Charlotte, hypnosis as we use, we don't necessarily put people into the deep trance, because in RTT, we need people to be conscious and talk to us, and obviously we relax your conscious mind, and that does let you access your subconscious mind, but still your conscious mind is over there, because we can't switch it off completely unless you're absolutely in deep trance. So what we need to do, we just need to prepare a client for this therapy, and just to ask the client, give us the first word, first situation, first feeling which comes to your mind. This is when your subconscious mind talking. Everything within first 10 seconds, this is your subconscious mind. And sometimes when the client is talking, we have different ways to distract the client from analyzing things, from taking too long to answer the questions. And basically therapists should be intuitive to help the client to find that, true phrase, emotion and feeling. But obviously hypnosis is not safe for everyone. People with some of the psychological conditions, such as probably bipolar, one of them, it will not be safe, and a therapist should be really maybe like with bachelor's degree or something, like more as a psychiatrist using hypnotherapy in their practice. I think so, because I've never dealt with bipolar people. So
I had hypnotherapy many years ago, about 15 years ago, and I was pretty intrigued, and I thought, okay, and I was having it to find a trigger for anxiety. I don't think he was really great, because to be fair, I still had anxiety afterwards. Wow. But I was asking him, I was like, so was I, was my eyes closed? Was I sleeping? Was I snoring? I was asking him these questions because I was just more curious, and I was like, I wish I'd, video recorded it so I could have seen what I looked like and what I was answering. But I know sometimes it can be a bit scary, because it's like, unless you're really kind of fully trained, it's like, what are they going to say that I'm not going to remember? Do you know what I mean? But it's still fun. I'd try it again.
Charlotte, hypnosis is kind of different from the therapy. Hypnosis, like when you just go to see a hypnotist or a hypnotherapist for addiction, some of the hypnotherapists, they don't use really getting into the core, into the problem. They just hypnotize. They just using a script. They just giving you these commands and suggestions, put you into the deep trance, and that's how you get out. Some people are really affected by this. Some people are not. And I would say people who are more intuitive, I mean, this is where numerology helps me a lot. People who are more intuitive, they fall in onto hypnosis really easily. Yeah.
Really?
People who are more analytical, usually you would find a different approach to these people, because it takes longer for them to get relaxed. Or usually analytical people, they always question, like, why is she saying that? Why do I have to get relaxed? Why my hands are getting together? Why they should? Things like that. So I see a lot of resistance in very analytical people.
Okay. I was just wondering, what is the main difference between you and other therapists?
Well, because as I said, because RTT is unique, and it has lots of tools, like from NLP, from cognitive behavioral, from psychoanalysis, from hypnotherapy. And some of these tools, Marisa's tools as well, she has kind of injected into the therapy throughout her 45-year career. And these tools, you can actually, some of the tools you can recognize from other therapies, but other tools are unique to RTT. And depending on what kind of personality we're dealing with, we are using different tools. Sometimes people do not see any scene, yeah, and this is absolutely fine. So that's why we prepare a patient, because sometimes when they don't see any scenes, like, oh my God, no, it doesn't work, I don't see anything. But that's fine. If I don't say this in the beginning, the client will not get relaxed if they don't see the scene. So absolutely, sometimes subconscious mind blocks your past because there is something traumatic. You don't want to get back to it, and you just see nothing. So that's why the tools we're using, like approaching from different perspective, scenes from the past, and usually it works, because from all the tools, one will definitely work.
Yeah. Okay, I was just thinking about numerology because that really fascinates me. Because I
love numerology. I love numerology, astrology. Actually have a book as well, and I figured out what my numbers were, but I can't wait to see.
I still remember what Michael's numbers are.
Really, your memory's that good?
Absolutely.
What's his numbers?
I do remember he doesn't have twos, number 2, that's for sure. And I don't know whether he remembers what that means, but I'll come to it later. So
yeah. Interesting.
Listen, you got some memory. Wow.
Numerology is something I myself do with clients before getting into RTT with them.
Oh, right.
Because for me, numerology is absolutely separate from RTT. We don't really mix RTT with anything else. But before taking up the client for rapid transformational therapy, I would just analyze their date of birth. Because let's be honest, not many of us in the West recognize esoterics. Some people think that it's BS. You know, but when you deal with it, when you work with it for 11 years, and you can see that it's really rarely wrong, you know, if you can read it properly. So you just can't deny that there is something about the energy behind every digit. And the more digits you have of the same digits, the more energy you have of that digit. And it's just, you know, obvious for me now already. Like when I see the personality, I straight away say you either have lots of 8s or maybe you have 2 7s or something like that. And usually it's true, you know.
What got you into numerology then? Because you said you don't normally put the two together with RTT, and it's something you
No, it's 2 different things. Yeah, numerology for me was like, you know, I was doing astrology. I loved astrology from the very kind of when I was a teenager, because astrology helped me understand personalities better. My numerology doesn't have number 3, and number 3 is when you are born with your instinct, with your intuition built into you. Yeah, every one of us has intuition, but some of us were born with it, and some of us should develop it. And you develop it either through your children, or you develop it through meditations. You develop it through being mindful what you do, what you feel. The more you do this practice, the more intuition you develop. So for me, it was always struggle to find someone who is right for me. I was making a lot of mistakes, pointing at wrong people, and that just was like, is there a tool I can use to at least give me a generic picture of the personality? So astrology was the first one. And in 2011, when I actually you know, saw a professional numerologist, I was shocked. How can this person tell all about me just from my date of birth, you know? And I just started learning it. I kind of read all the books by this numerologist, and I listened all the interviews. I made a lot of conspects. I had lots of clients, and you know, for me, it's always like whoever I meet, I always ask for date of birth, and they ask me like, oh, is it a star sign? I don't believe this, you know. I said, no, it's not a star sign. It's just for me to understand. And it actually, Michael, it's amazing. Like when you have expectations from someone and you get disappointed again and again and again, but numerology like opens for you the picture of this personality, and now you straight away understand whether you are disappointed because the person is this bad, or because this person cannot control the energy which overtakes this person. You see, So that's when you drop your expectation and take this person as they are, you know.
Well, that's big. You want to start with Charlotte and Gulmira?
I
Charlotte,
wanna
date of birth.
So Charlotte, give me your date of birth.
Okay, it's the 1st of December, 86.
Okay, 10, 26, 27, 28. Okay, 2, 26, 8. Charlotte, first of all, well, I don't know where to start. First of all, you were born like with 100% luck, very spoiled in life.
Really?
All the things you want, I mean, usually they come to you just like that. You just make a wish and they come. Sometimes when people are born with 100% lucky energy, sometimes these people, they take things for granted. So, I mean, I just ask you not to be upset with me. I'm just saying what the numbers say.
I'm very open to
So because if you ask me to do that, I'll do it properly, okay? So, and with this absolutely amazing energy of 3/8, sometimes people come to me and they say, my life is really absolutely awful. And I can see this energy of 3/8. How this lucky energy make your life absolutely awful? It's because whatever you want, it gets to you so quickly, you just lose your motivation. Because usually when you motivate yourself to do something, you're ready to work for it, to get there. And it's like adrenaline, it's a challenge, but you don't have this challenge because you get it halfway. You know what I mean?
Very interested. Yeah, no, I definitely, it definitely resonates because I like a challenge. And if something is too easy, it's like, I like to work.
For you, most of the things are too easy because energy is always there helping you out. So also these people sometimes, come across being ungrateful. Like I will give you an example, not because you are, just because when I meet you and I don't have number 8, yeah, I don't have this lucky energy. So everything I have in this life, I have to work for, let's say, because I have 1/8. So, but anyway, and I meet you. And when I know what you have, and when I say something about you and you just say, oh no, I've done that, it's just not, and I just look at you and I say like, oh my God, you have so many things in your life, so many opportunities, you're really ungrateful. You see what I mean? How can people kind of take you when they don't know what is really going on?
Yeah, I think I find it more when like people have said like, you've got this going for you, you've got these qualities and A, B, and C. And I think with me, I actually sometimes find it's not even so much ungrateful. I find it hard to believe. Or when I do see them, it's like, I start to analyze. I'm like, okay, how do I really manifest this? And how do I manifest that? And then it's like, and then people say, oh, don't you believe in yourself? And I'm like, yes, I'm working on it. But so it's like, I know that I'm intuitive. I know I have like, just like everybody else, we have our abilities, our skills and everything else. But I think sometimes it's kind of like, it's like just a bit of uncertainty more than anything. And I have had people say, well, it's okay for you. And I'm like, well, actually, no, it's not, because I see it as certain things are not okay, are not easy for me. Whereas a lot of other people will say, but it's there, it's rested on your lap. But me, I might see it slightly different. I don't know if that's something else you see in the numerology. I don't know, but that's how I see it. It's interesting, very interesting.
So basically what I also can see that you have a very strong leadership character. So you wouldn't accept someone you would work under. You wouldn't take instructions from anyone because you're good yourself. You're a leader. You were born a leader, you were born an influencer. And if it's coming for you, if you are at the top, you really need to make an extra effort to stay on the top, because when you relax, you just go down quickly. But because of your luck, maybe you will recover more quickly. But people who don't have that much luck, believe me, it's very hard to climb up there again. So I can see that if you do something on your own, like working for yourself, that's the best thing you can ever do for your life, because otherwise you would never be happy and never feel realized. Yeah, you're also a good manager. You know, you have a very good manager number, and you are hardworking. Even though you have 3 8s, Charlotte, you love working hard. You love physical work. You know, you just love doing something all the time. You're finding something at home to do, little things. You just don't sit on one spot. You love being engaged in doing something.
Yeah, I get, if I'm not doing something, even if I, for example, if I've been unwell or been in hospital in the past, it's like, even when they say to you, like, oh, you've got to rest, it's like 2 days max. Even if I had surgery, I have to be doing something, because I get restless, I get bored very easily. I like to be doing, whether it be something indoors, whether it be outdoors, I have to be doing something, because I just can't, I can't relax all the time like I would want to. And there are times I'd love to just really, really relax. And I have started to have the odd day where I do make a conscious effort to do that. But I do get, I am a very restless person. I have to be engaging. If I don't engage, it's like, I feel like unmotivated. I'm like, I just sitting there bored, 6 cups of tea later. So,
Charlotte, but this engagement might something to do, or not only with your workability number, yeah, which is 70%, pretty much high, but also with your 100% energy. You're very charismatic, very likable, as long as you smile.
I smile a lot. Hey, Mike, don't even go there.
Because when you get angry and when you don't smile, some people feel intimidation.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely, I can't even disagree. You're absolutely spot on. I'm always smiling, but when I'm not smiling, I get asked, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like, you know, oh, you know, but no, I think you're absolutely spot on. Yeah. I definitely, I think I said, but I think with the term used for ungrateful, I don't think, I like to be grateful for everything I've got. It's just trying to channel that amount of energy, as you said, that's been given. But 3 8s, I didn't know that. I got told I was a number 3 when I seriously saw some wrong people in the past.
No, you're not number 3 for sure, no.
I know, I believe you, because everything you stated is virtually, you know, virtually true. And it's quite interesting. See, I love all things like this.
So, well, let's carry on. What I can see as well, there is no patience. There is no patience. There is no ability to lie. You can't really lie. Whenever you lie, you feel guilty that you lied, and you would rather say the truth, because the energy of lying or exaggerating, you know, and telling what is not really true, it's not in you.
Spot on, 120,000%. Spot on.
So, and also, what else there? That number 6, number 7 is not here. Number 7 usually stands for family happiness, for female happiness. So when you don't have number 7, that means it will be a little bit more challenging for you to find a man for your life. And also because you have a really strong personality, and you need like someone really special with 7 in their date of birth. 7 also stands for no protection on this planet Earth, which means that in your life you would get into little accidents all the time, you know, find yourself like hurt here and there, you know, like when you have protection, it's just usually you just easily get away from these things. But you know, without 7, it's a bit challenging to stay safe and intact from different kind of challenges. You know what I mean? So how does it resonate?
I do feel like I am protected, I'll be honest with you, but maybe that's more so on a spiritual level.
That's good. It's maybe it's your luck. This is 100% luck, because you know you never know what it is. But I'll give you an example. Okay, so people with 2 or 3 7s, usually the challenges they go through, I mean, one man I met who was limping in Cambodia, I asked him why he's limping. He said, I stepped on 3 grenades.
Wow.
And he had 3 sevens in his numerology. Okay, another lady called me and she was really on the edge. She was through drug addiction, she was through prison. How many sevens do you have? I have 2 sevens. So the protection, I mean, when you go through challenges like that, you always recover, you always survive. That's what I mean. Maybe you haven't been to challenges like, thanks God, you will never be, you know, like, let's pray. So, but when it comes to something really serious like that, that's when you need your protection. Yeah. And 3/8, actually, because it's 100% your lucky energy, you can escape, you know, like little things, like you can really, because I mean, 3/8 is 100%. Even if you go somewhere with someone, this someone can get whatever they want because you're next to them. You're like a mascot, you know. So you bring this lucky energy to people's life. So you can trade with a man who have 7, like, let me give you some 8 and you will give me some 7s.
So it's kind of like, if there is something serious, it's like with me, it's like a near miss. It's like a near miss kind of thing.
Yeah.
What you're saying, because, like, you know, like, for example, there's been a couple of times where I've nearly, like, over the years been run over, and it's like, how did I not get run over? That is it? Are you talking in that sense, like, where somehow?
You see, it's amazing. In numerology, there is always balance. Yeah. Like if we interpret 7, the angel who protect you on this planet. Yeah. If you don't have 7, you usually would have 2 8s or at least 1 4, which stands for really strong health. Yeah. Good energy. If you don't have 8, you would definitely have 1 or 2 7s, which will protect you. Or maybe number 5. By the way, you don't have number 5, which means you are more of an introvert. You really keep your deepest emotions inside, and you need to learn to express them, because, as you know, our unexpressed emotions, they manifest as physical symptoms. And it's very important to do something expressive writing, expressive dancing, expressive drawing. But I also can see that you're not really much into art because you don't have number 3. And number 3, it's actually kind of artistic, intuitive, getting like when you feel this kind of, you know, I mean,
I actually do a lot of drawing. I do a lot of writing. I do a lot of creative writing.
Yeah, that's good.
I do a lot of drawing. I actually have a sketch pad, so I do draw. I do like drawing. I find it very calming, and I am very much an introvert. And thankfully, I've been working on myself for the last 2 years, so I've actually learned to become expressive. I still have my moments, but I am enjoying the new path of being more expressive, because a lot more comes out and I feel a lot lighter, and I'm starting to feel a lot healthier. So, but I definitely like art. I do love drawing and designing.
Yes, you see, Charlotte, if you met me 3 years ago when you wasn't into art, that would be more accurate. But now, because intuitively you actually could feel that in order to control your strong energy and this physical kind of desire to do something all the time, I mean, you would already intuitively feel that you need something to calm yourself somehow. Being as energetic as you are, even more energetic physically, like I have 4 tools instead of 3. I go to the gym, you know. For me, this is a release of my energy. You found it through art, because you also don't have 5. Exactly. You also don't have 5. And as an introvert, art would give you this kind of way to detox your emotions. Yeah. So basically you found your way to detox the energy you do not realize, you don't use. So you go and draw, and at the same way you find peace because you express your emotions through that. And it's quite an achievement, I would say, because I mean, in your numbers, you know, like by now I would say you're doing like pretty much everything you need, like developing your ability to express emotions, because you felt deep inside that you need to do it. And then you actually found something, not only express your emotions, but also develop your intuition. Yeah, developing your intuition means doing something really artistic. Yeah, drawing.
I love writing the most. I love drawing, but I love the 2 things that I find are very kind of calming for me is writing and being out in nature. I have this figure. I have this love for nature and trees and the woods, and I find that writing or if I'm feeling very overwhelmed with something, I like to go out into nature, and I just find that I can release anything that whether it be sitting in stillness, whether it be releasing an emotion that I try to call as a passing cloud, or just to go for a nice, walk because it's a nice day. I find that's very, very self-soothing, and the writing, and then I'll get a moment where it's like, oh, let me get a sketch pad out, and I'll just I've got my pastels, I've got my coloring pencils, and I just love it. And I'm happy with it. It makes me actually really happy. So
no,
yeah,
that's
wow.
perfect. That actually says that you are going, because what is numbers? Numbers, it's our karma encoded in numbers. Yeah, I mean, if we can interpret it, it's fine. If we are lost on the way, yeah, in our life. And when I read this information, people have kind of a woohoo moment. Oh my God, this is it. This is what I always felt, and this is what I want to do. But you actually found already your way around it, because, some people are more good at it. Some people are not good enough at it. And yeah, well done.
So how, sorry, just because I'm very curious. So how would I have been able to found my own way around it? And also, what can I do with these numbers that I've got? What can I do to actually make the best out of me and out of the luck that I have got? Is there anything in particular that I could do to, is it still just manifesting the things that I want? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? What's your opinion?
Well, so far you're doing a great job in doing the drawing and walking, because this is the way for you to release that extra energy which is not realized in you. But when you have 3/8, people when are asking me, and especially you have a leadership number, you have to reach your height, yeah, and you have workability energy. What I would definitely advise you, Charlotte, you need to have a clear plan, focus, step by step. What do you want to get in the end when you get there? Because when you focus your lucky energy in the next step, you'll get it. Yeah. So just challenge a little bit, make this way up there a little bit more in details, a little bit longer, a little bit more interesting. So play with the lucky energy. Do not let this energy demotivate you just because it's coming halfway. Halfway is never perfect enough. Yeah. So you just need to basically be a little bit meticulous with it, a little bit more analytical. Yeah.
Okay, so break it down a bit more for myself. So instead of just saying, right, for example, I want to be a magistrate, which is what I do, I can just work around like before I get to that. So basically break down, this is my plan, break it down, and then just go step by step till I get to the top.
Yes,
is that right?
Yes. When you focus your energy to the next step, you will get to the next step. When you focus it to the next step after that, it will get you to the next after that. But you need to put there as many details as possible that your energy works really hard for making this journey interesting for you. So you stay really motivated throughout this journey.
So can you give me an example then? Can you give me an example? So I just have the full, clear understanding. You're saying about adding the extra details.
Well, I mean, for example, well, let's say, come on, with this energy, you can win a lottery for sure. I don't know whether you buy lottery tickets or not, but try buying it. Yeah. So let's say you won $1 million. Yeah. What do you want to do with this million? So the purpose would be, I want to win $1 million. It wouldn't be good enough purpose. So what do you want to do with this million? Just break it down what you want to do. And when you invest this million into that, what do you want with this investment? What do you want to do with that investment? And what do you do with this achievement in your life? What do you do with that? So make it, the journey should be complicated for you, because your energy makes it so much easier and much more interesting and long lasting, you know, that you stay interested and motivated throughout the journey. So just challenge the energy you have. Do not let this challenge, do not let this energy, I always say that, don't let this energy control you, even though it's luck, but luck can take you to the places where you wasn't sure you want to be, you know?
Yeah, I completely understand that. And it's funny, actually, of all the examples, you use the lottery because it was over a year ago. I did buy a lottery ticket. I didn't win, and neither did my friend. And we were saying about what would we do with the money if we'd won, you know, like however, I can't remember how much it was. And I was just breaking it down. I said, well, the first thing I would do is go abroad. You know, and sit there and take time to decide what I'd want to do with the money. And I was saying about investments and, you know, things for my daughter, giving back to the communities and things like that. So I was actually saying it's kind of like I'm laughing because it's very kind of like, wow, that of all the examples you use the lottery. So I think I'm gonna have to start buying the lottery ticket.
Yeah. Well, don't expect that you will win tomorrow, but you'll definitely win sooner than anyone else because of your energy. And please do not forget that Michael and I are here. So and
you know what? Mike has been sending me so many blank checks. So you know, when my time comes to win the lottery, Mike knows that he will get some checks with money.
Oh, Michael, let me remember whether you have any eights there.
You know what? I think as well, because I'm quite a selfless person, and I mean, anything that I do is always more so wanting to help other people and helping them achieve. I don't know whether that's part of the energy that I've got, but I feel like helping other people, giving to other people, I find myself being very, very happy.
Well, Charlotte, I don't know whether you were listening to me in the very beginning. I said you are a leader and you are an influencer. So that's your energy.
Thank you. Oh, I want to hear Mike's now. Thank you. I was so happy with this. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot.
You have really good numbers. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I'm a guardian.
Oh, my pleasure. So what's your Michael?
17 for the 10th, 77.
17, 10, 19, 77. Here is the example. Yeah, 3 sevens. I don't know what difficulties he went through, but I definitely know he knows exactly what challenges was there. So he basically survived and recovered. Yeah, from so 27, 39. Are you working, guys, together?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know how much do you basically fight or bicker, but you are two leaders. Yeah, you're really two people who would...
We banter. We pretty much give and take, actually, isn't it? Like, so I might come up with a suggestion, Mike would say yay or nay, and vice versa. But we find a compromise, don't we? And it's usually like Mike compromising with me.
I'm gonna edit that one.
17th of October, 1977, right?
Yeah.
So actually, no, I didn't remember your numbers, all of them.
I was gonna say that's a pretty amazing mind you have.
No, I do remember that you either didn't have two, so there is just 1, 2, because I told you that you're low on energy. You get exhausted quite quickly mentally, yeah? And maybe physically you are struggling with procrastination, Michael. Things you need to do 100%. Will take much longer to do, you know, than for Charlotte, for example. She can do it straight away because she has 2 6s, you don't have any, yeah? So procrastination, no 6s, that means lazy energy sometimes takes over you, yeah? So you also have 1, 2, that means you get low on inner drive, inner motivation. So you get demotivated quickly because you mentally you don't have a lot of resources, mental resources to motivate you constantly, yeah? So you always have to make it harder. So you always have it like harder to motivate yourself. You just have to force yourself to do things, you know? So then, well, Charlotte definitely brings you luck because you don't have any 8s.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she brings you luck. and she brings you energy because she working with you. She has 3 tools, you have 1 tool. She charges you with her energy, and that's good. You actually really good at that kind of charging from Charlotte, and obviously getting luck from Charlotte. Let's see what Charlotte has from you. Anyway, so you have 2 leadership numbers. Michael, you are over leader. You would never see yourself working for someone else, because this is like really rare when you have 2 1,000 numbers. The 1,000 number is leadership and influencing. So what I have here also, well, good willpower, low energy. I said good intuition. So Michael, you need to rely on your intuition more often. You have 70% accurate intuition, which is there for you to listen, yeah? And sometimes your analytical mind suppresses your intuitive mind, and you don't really hear your inner voice, which could drive you much quicker than you think you can do, yeah? So then again, what I have to highlight here is you need to be really aware of what's going on with your body, because you are prompt to chronic conditions. Okay, so you don't have enough energy and you don't have number 4, but that combination is really important in order to have a really strong health. So that's why just be aware and be mindful what you eat, how you eat it, how much you drink, stuff like that.
After getting long COVID, yeah.
Also, you are an introvert as well. You really need to pick up something through which you have to express your emotions. And as I said, you procrastinate, that's your problem. And also without force, you are a bad liar, better not to lie. So you two are really honest with each other.
I was going to say, so as I'm like, you know, the charger to your phone, Mike, what is Mike to me?
Your guardian.
The guardian, yes. I mean, he has 3 7s. Actually even 4 7s. You know what 4 7s mean, Michael? 4 7s mean a low threshold of safety. Yeah. Does it make sense what I see? That you just, for you, safety is like you basically get yourself into some things which are not really necessarily safe, but you're just getting there, you know. Somehow this energy draws you, you know. You just, well, you know that this kind of bamboo jumping or whatever it's called is not safe, but you get there. Maybe like, I don't know, helicopter, something, heli skiing, you know, it's not safe, but somehow you don't even notice how you get in there, you know, because this energy is just there and it draws you in, you know. So it draws you in because I mean, deep inside, you know, you can survive it. So no 8s and analytical minds, which you need sometimes to calm down and stop, because sometimes your analytical mind taking over, which is not good, especially for you with your good intuitive mind.
I totally agree. Totally.
Well,
so that's why me and Mike get on so well then. That's why we kind of work so well together then.
Yes, if you found that common ground, because usually 2 leaders would always fight over who is getting more, like I'm a leader or she's a leader. But once you found that common ground, and once you learned how to, you know, give in to each other, you know, so that's absolutely fine. Yeah, once you found it, it's great. It's really good combination.
I'd like to think we have, haven't we? Because we do our work together and we do our own things separately. And we do have that good foundation. So, and if anything, we're always kind of got each other's back. We're always looking out for each other. So if Mike is trying to motivate me, like, Charlotte, you can do this on your own. You're really good at doing it, but I might not see it. But then if he's unwell, I'm like, right, try and eat this or try that. We've always kind of got each other's back, but also it works. The friendship and the work side of things works quite smoothly, doesn't it?
It does.
You know?
It does.
That's
and
very
you can
good.
see why. I like the fact that I'm a double leader, Charlotte, just to remember that.
Listen, don't even go there, okay? I've got 100% good
Oh.
Double leader, yeah? Not just a leader, double.
Well, I mean, as you know what, As I said in numerology, everything should be balanced. Yeah. And when you are a leader, having these two leadership numbers sometimes makes you a little bit more mellow to give in. Yeah. Because one leadership is like 100% leader. Two leaderships is like 50% leader, and 50% of you wants to give in, be a little bit more.
So I didn't need one, you got two.
That makes me a more balanced leader, that I understand.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. More balanced leader, yeah.
A balance, they're the best leaders, you know. I look after my people.
Best leaders ever, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Honestly, that was such a great reading.
That was good. That was fun. Thank you very much, Gulmira. That was lovely. And
my pleasure.
I can't wait to actually when this is released, I really cannot wait to sit down on and watch it on TV. I really, really loved this podcast. It's been absolutely amazing, and I can't wait. I mean, I'm going to follow you as well, and see what other more work you do, because this is just really kind of like got me going. I'm really like, yes, I want to learn more and more and more now.
But Charlotte, what I've done now today, it's just like 15% of numerology. This is a basic reading you do, but usually with numerology, you can definitely kind of build your life map, where the numerology, the energy of numbers will show you which year you would actually have the best year for changing career or moving to another country, and which year you should be really careful sitting down, maybe doing self-development, not getting out there, because some years can be rock years, which is like you can hit the rock bottom, and some years can be really good years for prospering, because the sun energy is higher than the moon energy, and that's when you act. Yeah. So the numerology is a lot of these things, but like for me, when I see my clients, this basic thing is enough. But someone who wants to do more thorough reading, it usually takes 1 hour, and it basically consists of a map and a table where you see the moon energy, sun energy, and which year is good, which year is bad, and all this stuff. So
I definitely resonate with that. Sorry, just lastly, because in 2019, near the end, it was a very, very rock bottom part of my life, and I had to work hard. I made the decision to work hard internally, my self-development, and it's now I feel like I know, not even feel, I do feel, and I know I'm now where I was then to where I am now after the 1.5, 2 years of development. It's just amazing, and I just feel like so many more opportunities are opening. I feel lighter, I feel healthier, I feel happier, and it's great. Mike, do you know what I mean? You know exactly what I'm talking about. I definitely believe in that there are years. I definitely believe that there are years where it might just be a little bit harder than in other years.
Yeah.
I mean, don't worry, I'll be in touch with you. I'll definitely be in touch.
Well, I'm looking forward to have you. You lucky girl.
I'm in a guy.
And in exchange, I'll take you to casino with me. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how I got all this luck, because I certainly haven't won the lottery. I might win a scratch card once every like 2 years, and that's like £2.
Well, because you weren't playing enough, and you weren't aware of this lucky energy. Now you are, so you would be more confident in taking decisions, because subconsciously that you are lucky. And wherever you go, whatever you do, I just want you not to be afraid. Even though you are not, I know you're a confident person, not to be afraid.
But you're right when you say that. I don't disagree, because being an introvert, even though I'm trying to be more expressive, I still am an introvert. So there are things that I get afraid of, and I can openly admit that, and I'm proud to admit that, because I'm human. So, but I'll definitely take that on board. But also, do I just, the lottery numbers, do I just select my own, or just ask for the Euro million?
You're on, and please do use your intuition. Whatever comes to your mind first, just put the numbers which come to your mind first. So that's why the luck is there. Whatever you put there, you will be lucky one day.
there's these two numbers that always kind of get to me, number 3 and number 7. I don't know why. Intuitively, I've always had these two numbers, 3 and 7. I don't understand it, but maybe you'll be able to explain to me when we work.
Do you believe in law of attraction? Because you think about these numbers, that's why you see them very often.
Yeah, I do believe in the law of attraction. Yeah. So
that's it, you know. So well, what you don't need to think about is number 8, because you have it, like plenty of it. So, you know, think about any other number like 3 or 5 or 7, the numbers you don't have, but not 8, because you have 3 of them.
Okay, thank you. That's noted.
My pleasure.
What social platforms are you on, Gulmira, that you can shout?
I am on Twitter, I am on LinkedIn, I am on Instagram. To be honest, it's very passive. Unfortunately, I'm on YouTube as well, because I'm going through the graduate diploma and certification program of functional medicine. So functional medicine and functional nutrition, that's what I want to mix with my mind practices, because I believe in psychology of eating, and I specialize on weight loss, and I'm helping people not to lose weight through a diet, but to lose weight through training your brain, not to get into binging when they feel emotionally unstable. Yeah. So because you know, diets don't work. When you combine a diet with emotional training, mind training, that's when it works. You really have to do the complex, and to understand what kind of diet you need to have, you really need someone who would take a deeper look into what's going on in your body. And when you know what's going on in your body, you just help a person to adapt themselves to that lifestyle by helping them emotionally to support it. So jumping from one diet to another, it traumatizes your mind, and then you give up on any diets. You say, like, I'm tired of that, so and so. I don't want you to be frustrated, because I mean, functional nutrition helps not only understand what's going on in your body, and with my psychology practice, I just help you to basically be a little bit more precise at what you really need.
Wow.
Oh, wow. It is amazing, isn't it? I love all of this. I could just sit here and listen for hours, you know, just like it all.
Oh, Charlotte, thank you. Please follow my Instagram. I promise I will post much more often.
Yes, please do.
I have, you know what, I have numerology readings on Insight Timer every week, and you cannot even imagine how many people are absolutely amused by me knowing everything about everyone. And sometimes I post my numerology readings on Instagram, and they go back to it, and they just want to know everything, whatever I have to say. But it really, I helped a lot of people to understand, to look at their subconscious mind. What do they really want? If someone is really artistic, doesn't have analytical mind, but work in the accountancy, it's just not them, you know. Why are you stuck in the accountancy? Are you feeling happy? And they say, no, I feel that it's not me. Like, yeah, it's not you, because you are into art. You need to create, you need to think, you need to be free, you know. You have to express yourself. This is who you are, not accountant with 1 9 and 3 3s, you know. It's not, it doesn't, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I'll be happy to see you again if you want a refreshment.
Thank you very much, Gulmira. It's been a pleasure. Char, as always. Please like, share, and subscribe the video, and see you guys soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you much for having me. Nice to meet you, Charlotte. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Thank you very much. Bye. Bye.